Hi, Michelle here from Happy Scrap Girl Designs. Today I am going to show you how my new alpha cutter action works. This is so much more than an alpha cutter action and I'm so excited to show you how it works. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is when you download it from the store, unzip the file, and there is in the folder there's a whole bunch of stuff. There are the actions, some templates, and some detailed instructions and quick start instructions. We're going to start with the quick start instructions because they're super easy. And the first thing that you're going to do, if you are a PC user, is to create a new folder called png layers. That's where all your stuff is going to save. So we are going to go to Computer, C, and we are going to right click and make a new folder, and you are going to call it png layers. And you are always going to want to start with this folder empty, and I'm going to delete these. But you always want to start with the folder empty because whatever's in there will get overwritten by the action. Okay, if folder's made, that's done. Mac users, you cannot save automatically with the action. So what you need to do is when the action prompts you to save for the first time, make a folder on your desktop and save all your stuff in there. Okay, next thing is we're going to open one of the template files, caps or low. So let's grab this. There is a PSD version of the template and there's also a TIFF version of the template. There's only two templates. One has all the uppercase letters and the numbers, and the other template has all the lowercase letters and all the symbols. So we are going to open one of them. It doesn't matter if you use one versus the other. And you can just double click on it and open it with whatever program you want. I'm using Photoshop CC. Okay, back to the quick start guide now that it's open. Okay, the next thing is load the alpha cutter action into whatever program you're using. So here's the action, right click, open with, and choose your program. Okay, so here it is. Oh, I have it open twice. Okay, next step. Run the HSG choose your font action. Pick caps or low to match the template that you picked. Okay, that's easy enough. Choose your font, caps. We have the caps template open. We're going to use the caps thing here. So click play. It says choose your font and font size from the text toolbar. Once they are selected, please press play to restart the action. Press stop now to choose your font. So press stop and then press T on your keyboard, or the T over here for the type tool. Then you're going to just go and choose whatever font you want. And I'm just going to choose, I don't even know what's a commercial use font that I can use, so I'm just going to pick something quickly. Alright, this is not my favorite font, but I know this is a commercial use okay font. It's called Delicious. And look at that, it automatically changed every single letter and every single number to that new font. And then I can go ahead and I can change the font size also. I can make them really small, I can make them really big. The only restriction is that they need to fit inside of, I'm going to do this to 300. They need to fit inside of the grid, and the grid is 4x4 squares, and you can see them by this blue lines right here. All of your letters need to fit inside of them. The ones you want to check to make sure that they fit, because they usually have the most trouble, are like the W and the Q and the J, and sometimes the I if it has a dot above it. Okay, this one, it looks like the 7 is not fitting, but I think it's just out of line. So we're going to press play to continue the action, and the action is going to move all of the letters and numbers so that they're centered in their squares. Ready? Here it comes. It is like magic. There it goes. Look at that. See how the 7 is centered right in that box? You do not have to go and play with your tracking anymore. You don't have to add extra spaces. No more fiddling around to get your alpha right in the box. The action will do it right for you. Now this is just telling you, double check and make sure everything's within the grid lines. If it's not, stop, choose a smaller size font, different font, rerun the action, whatever you need to do to get that in there. If it's okay, then go ahead and press continue, and it is going to save it to the CPNG layers file, and it's going to call it Alpha Caps PSD. Mac users, it's going to prompt you where you need to save it, and this is where I was talking about saving it to your desktop to that folder. Once you finish, you can press stop and customize your alpha. You can go ahead and do your customization on your own. You can add styles, you can add textures, you can add whatever you want to make this action, this alpha, your own. Let's go back to that quick start guide, and here it tells you to customize your alpha with textures, papers, or styles. Optional, you can run this paper clipping actions to customize your alpha. There's more instructions in the information sheet, but just really quickly, the paper clipper action, it's basically going to let you choose any paper in your stash, and it's going to duplicate it over and over again so that it covers the entire page, and then it's going to clip it to this alpha. There's also a second one that's called Paper, Pattern, Scale, and Clip, and this is the one we're going to run. And it's very similar, except that you can actually scale that paper. So this is really important here. It's going to let you choose your paper, and then it's telling you right here in big bold letters, click the check mark to continue with the action once your paper is placed. So press continue, select your paper now, and make sure you click that check mark. Okay, so, oh, I don't want to be here. Let's go to, no, I can go back there. And here I have a paper saved. So I'm just going to pick this paper. This is just like a grid paper. And see, here is that little check mark that I'm talking about. PS users, it'll probably be up in the toolbar. It's to commit the transformation. You can also press enter. PSE users, it might be like a green check mark somewhere around the paper. Go ahead and click it. And now you're going to get another pop-up, another message telling you that there's some more things to come, and I'm going to show you what to do instead of reading you this message. So press continue. There's a pop-up box that says new layer for pattern fill. Don't change anything on here, just click OK. This places your paper and it makes it a pattern, and the pattern will fit over your entire template. The next pop-up is for the pattern fill, and this is where you can scale your paper. If it's bigger than what you want, especially if you do like stripes or flowers or something like that, you can actually just scale this down. Now, with the way that the grid lines are set here and the way the alphas are placed, really good numbers to use for scaling are 66 or 67%. That'll make your seams in your papers, if you have any, right along the grid lines, so hopefully it won't interfere with your letters too much. Or if you wanted to go smaller, 33% is another good percentage for that. I'm actually going to put this at 67% and click OK. And it just clipped that to my alpha. And now it's telling me to stop, and I can save my action, my template again. Just press File, Save, and you're going to save not over the original template, but to the file where you saved it in that PNG layers folder or in the folder you made on your desktop for Mac users. Okay, back to the quick start instructions. Run the HSG alpha cutter action. Pick caps or low. Okay, here I'm going to pick caps because I have the caps template open. Push play. It gives me a warning. Please make sure you have saved your alpha. If you have saved it, press continue. If you have not, press stop and save it. We already saved it, so I'm just going to press continue, and the action is going to run, and it's going to trim and leave a 3 pixel space around every letter and number with all the characters, and then it's going to cut it and save it as an individual PNG file in that PNG layers folder. Mac users, this is a little bit more labor intensive on your part. It's going to do all the cutting and trimming, but you're going to have to do the saving. I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way Macs work. The only way around that is with a script for Macs. Okay, PC users, you can like go get a cup of coffee, go throw some washing. Mac users, you got a little bit of work to do, but I'm going to let this run, and I'll probably fast forward through this for the video, and I'll meet you back here in a minute. And we're just about done here. Right now it's writing the PNG format of the all-in-one, because it also does make a copy of the all-in-one alpha. Okay, that's it. We have saved the whole thing. It's all been cut and saved as PNGs, and it says thank you for using this action. Okay, press stop. You can save this if you'd like. You don't really have to. It should be saved already. Let's just go back and check the quick cutter instructions and admire your work and decide what you are going to do with all the extra time you have left. To find the work that you just did, Mac users, go to your desktop and everything should be in that folder. PC users, go back to computer, see PNG layers. Where'd it go? Here it is, PNG layers, and here is your alpha. I only did the uppercase, but then you go ahead and run the lowercase, and you can have them all together. You have the saved layered file, working file for the alpha template, and you also have an all-in-one, and then you have every individual letter and number here. You can go ahead and use some sort of renaming software to add whatever name you want to this, and then cut and move all of it into a new folder to use to put in your store or sell or whatever it is that you're going to do with it. Thanks so much for checking out this video tutorial. If you have questions or comments or anything, please contact me at happyscrapgirl@live.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.